Hi, everybody. This is Jill for today. Thank you for coming into my kitchen. Well, as you probably know, I'm not real keen on doing product reviews unless it's something that I've tried and I say, yeah, this is great. I've had products come to me that I've tried and I've said no. And I've actually contacted the producer of the product, and I've said, it doesn't meet my expectations or something that I feel good enough about doing a review on. But the people from IntreLife have sent me now several products. They've now sent me this one, which we're going to talk about. They've sent an incredible electric, or actually I guess you call them electric, salt and pepper grinders, and also a beautiful wine cork opener. And I'll put links down below so you can see those reviews. Their products are amazing. And that's why I always feel very confident, providing a review for them. So today, that's what we're going to do. They have sent me this really cool teapot. It's just adorable, really. It holds a quart of water, and it's on a base here. You can do Wi-Fi with it. I'm not real comfortable or familiar with doing Wi-Fi's on certain things. My oven's got a Wi-Fi on it. I've never used it, but having said that, this is the model. It has a base that if your pot is not on there, you can see it gives you an error note. The other thing that's really nice about this pot is that it will not dry out. No, that's the wrong way to say it. It will not allow you to keep the pot hot if there's no water in there. If that pot is empty, this picks up that and it turns it off. So you don't have to worry about dry boiling. That was the word they used, dry boiling. So that's a beautiful feature on this pot. So, and here's something interesting. I went through and looked at the different temperatures of certain things that you might cook or drink, and what the perfect temperatures are. And you're going to be surprised at this. Tea water, to have a perfect cup of tea, should be 140 to 200 degrees. These are all Fahrenheit I'm talking about, but it does do centigrade. And then coffee, 195 to 205. And that's one of the things that's so cool about this pot is if you have one of the little individual, the cones that have the coffee grinds in there that you put on a coffee mug, this is perfect for that. So that's 195 to 205 for coffee. If you want to do bread making, which I do a lot of bread baking, water for bread is always, you have to have it warm enough to activate the yeast, but you don't want it too warm or you'll kill the yeast. That is 105 to 115. And then, of course, boiling is 212. So that's what's so nice. The other thing, too, is it has a warming feature. So if all you want to do is keep some water on warm, or you want to keep a warm temperature at there's several different warming temperatures. So I'm going to show this to you now. I've got my water in here. It holds a quart. And I'm just turned on my beeper here. It shows you that it's going to go automatically to boiling. But you have the opportunity now to turn this up or down to where you want the temperature. And we're going to go with 195. That's for coffee. And it will tell you here, this is the current temperature of that water, which was 68. And it's saying here, okay, I get it. You want 195. And it will blink back and forth between the 212, or excuse me, the 195 that it's set at, and what the current water temperature is. So you always have an idea of how far along that coffee or that water is. Now, if you wanted to go boiling, which is 212, the pot, their information says that it will boil 212 between 4 and 5 minutes. So that's pretty nice. And then once it does reach the temperature that you're requesting, it will stay there. It'll keep it there until you're ready to, turn it off. So this will take, well, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. As you can see here, we're already at, okay, 102. See how fast that's gone? Now we're at 104. We'll be at 195 here very, very shortly. And it will blink until it reaches that temperature that you want, and then it'll beep at you to let you know it's already there. But see how fast that's climbing? I like it. There's several on the market, but nothing that meets the quality of this. And it's available on Amazon, and I'll leave a link down below. I'll also leave a link in my shop, my Amazon shop, so you can go there as well. But we are at 127, and you can hear it. It's starting to heat up pretty quick. So as you can see now, I can let it go all the way. It's going to take a few moments, or I can just take it to straight warm, but I'll let you see what happens here. It's a nice pot. I've had it on my counter. I've used it now for my bread baking. I've used it for tea and whatnot. And I wish I had one of those individual little coffee pots, you know, that or coffee cones, because that's always a nice thing, just to pour yourself a simple cup of coffee, especially, you know, if you don't use a Keurig system, that sort of thing. Now, what I'm going to do here is I will show you here how nice it is. I think they only come in this color, but you know, look at this. It's so nicely detailed. It's got some nice gold trim on it. And they really do make lovely products. I've always felt very good about anything that I've had from IntreLife. You can hear it going. It's going to be soon. And I've got some tea bag here, a teacup. Well, it's mounting, huh? Okay, we're almost there. I don't know how long this has been running. Maybe 2 or 3 minutes. What do you say, Director? How long?
I wasn't keeping track.
I wasn't either. Yeah. Maybe 3 minutes. I'm not sure. Okay, we're about there. Yeah, it is very quick. What's nice here is that you, as I said, you know, you could run to your microwave. There, that says it's done. Now it's going to maintain that heat. But what's nice about this, you know, if you're a person that drinks coffee or tea during the day, and you don't want to have a pot on your stove that could dry, you know, could boil dry, and you don't want to keep running to the microwave, this really is such a nice thing to have. And it's very small. It has a small footprint. It doesn't take up a lot of room on your, now see, it's showing you there that, oh, the pot's off. I'm just going to pour some tea here to show you how nice and hot that water is. Nice, huh? Nice. Okay. And then this, as I said again, will keep that temperature. So if you want to go back for a couple more cups, you know that you don't have to do anything. It's going to just stay right there. If you want to keep something, and of course this is now hot, but what you could do if you wanted to just have some warm water, you can hit that off button and you hit warm. Then it gives you, now see, that's the temperature we currently are at, but you can, there's several different warm temperatures, and you again just dial to where it is that you want, and it will maintain that warm temperature. Anyway, I think it's a wonderful, I'm going to shut it off here. I really think it's a nice product. Look how nice this cup of tea is going here. Look at that. Nice cup of tea. How about that? I'm going to put a little honey and lemon in that, and we're going to be ready to have a cup of tea. So that is my IntreLife teapot, and I do. Don't you, Director? You've used it a couple of times. Do you feel the same way? I mean,
I think it's terrific.
Yeah, I do too. I'm not just fluffing it. I really do think it's a nice product. So thank you so much for coming in and so much for watching my video here. And I do recommend it. And as I said, I will leave a link down below for this, as well as that beautiful set of salt and pepper grinders, and also the wine cork opener, both which are excellent products. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you tell your friends, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.